It's Mike with TechPB.com. Today's show is going to be about rain tips. Some areas this is going to be important to, some areas it's not. I know here in Florida, it seems like we get sunshine for 2 months, then it's time for a tournament and it starts raining. So I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I have to try to, if you're at a tournament and you're playing in the rain, some ways to make your life a little bit easier. First things first is comfort with the goggles. What typically happens when it starts to rain is rain starts oozing in behind your goggles here and starts soaking the inside of your lens and the outside of your lens. It makes it very hard to see through. Now I have seen some people, they'll take electrical tape and try to cover up their holes. That's one way to prevent your goggles from really getting soaked. Another thing to do is take your mask, drop it down over your neck, take a hat, put it on, and then bring your mask back up, and your hat will kind of block the holes from the rain dropping down into your mask. So that's one way of preventing your mask from really getting soaked and making it really hard to see. Something else too that we do when it starts raining is we'll take just a regular old paint bag, and especially the loaders with the speed feeds, is when we're getting out there and we're getting ready to start, we'll take the bag and put it over the top of the gun like this. Now, we have started games like this, and from my interpretation of the rules and from talking to the refs, if this gets hit and the refs see it, then you're out. But usually what happens is just before the game starts, we'll go ahead and take the bag off and then start playing. But what this will do is this will prevent, as you're walking out onto the dead box, getting ready on the ready line, this will prevent water from getting down into your speed feed. Now, ideally, you probably want to have a backup loader. A lot of people ask me, what's a good backup gun? I've seen more loaders go down and feed necks break than I have guns go down on the field. So if you got $100 burning a hole in your pocket, get a backup loader. Don't worry about getting a backup gun. That's going to be a better investment if you've got some money burning a hole in your pocket. But definitely just take an old paint bag, stick it over the loader when you're walking out there, and this will prevent rain from getting inside your gun. Now, the next thing to cover is the barrel. Now, the barrel, as you're shooting and raindrops start getting into the barrel, it'll actually start to basically start a little trench of water down here at the bottom, and every ball that hits is just going to hook right into the dirt. So you want to cover up the porting on your barrel. Now, one of the ways I've found to do this, it works out really, really well, is just take electrical tape and then just go down the barrel and cover up all of the porting on the barrel. Go all the way down to the tip. And what's kind of weird is that even though you tape the porting, the gun doesn't seem to shoot any different, which is kind of odd. I haven't figured that out yet, but if you electrical tape your barrel all the way to the end, you're going to prevent the water from getting into the barrel. Now, the ball is still going to go nuts once it leaves the barrel, but at least it's going to leave somewhat straight, and you will have an advantage over the people that didn't do this. Something else that's really nice is some companies like Bob Long, and I believe Smart Parts has done it also, and I haven't seen CP do it, but I've seen some companies around about every once in a while they'll release it. They'll release what's called a rain tip. This is the Mark 2-piece barrel. This part of the barrel has porting in it. This part of the barrel does not. There's no porting in it. It looks just like the normal tip. It just doesn't have any porting in it. So you can take this barrel, screw it into your gun, and not have to worry about the electrical tape. Those are just some of the tips that I can share with you guys on playing in rain. If you're not playing a tournament, I definitely don't suggest playing in rain. You're going to end up frying your board, and it's going to cost you a fortune to get a new one put in. But if you're in a tournament and you're stuck, hopefully between blocking the holes on your mask, using a bag for your loader to prevent water from getting into your speed feed, either electrical taping your barrel or purchasing a rain tip if the company that you bought your barrel from, you're lucky enough that they make one. Hopefully that should help you when you're playing in a tournament do a little bit better. It's miserable. There's not much you can do, but maybe this will kind of give you an advantage over the people that aren't doing these. Thanks for watching.